Anyway, it's Scotty Colley of West Ham Fan TV, back again with a big match preview. Today I'm previewing the Southampton versus West Ham fixture at St Mary's, 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday. Not the happiest of hunting grounds. You know, Southampton have had a poor bit of form lately. Last time out they lost 2-1 to Swansea. They've been slapped 5-0 by Arsenal in the FA Cup. But they have beaten Liverpool twice, you know, to reach the League Cup final. They've only won one of their last 6 league games. But as I said, our record there isn't great. We haven't won since they've moved to St Mary's. I think we've only won one of our last 10 away fixtures against Southampton. We haven't scored in the last 2 visits there. You know, so it's not a happy hunting ground for us. But why not? They're in a poor bit of form. Why not go out there and put it right? You know, we've got a point to prove after that dismal display against Manchester City. Some of them players, again, need to go out there and prove that they're not, you know, they care about the club. They want to give 110%. Because to be honest, after that Man City game, there's probably 2 players on that pitch that could have walked off with a bit of respect. You know, and that's not good enough. You can take getting beat by sides like Manchester City, who are a good team on their day, but it's the way you get beat. And the way we've been beaten twice by them now ain't acceptable. You know, ain't acceptable as a fan, and it shouldn't be acceptable as a player to go out there and get beat like that. So this is a chance to put it right and to get that, you know, no wins at St Mary's off our books. Get there, get a good performance. Said last time we got a hammering, we turned over Palace 3-0. So I'm looking for the same sort of response against Southampton. Injury-wise, obviously we were without Obona, Sako, Masuaku, Nordvigt's 50-50. Ayew still missing, even though his team lost in the African Nations. But a big boost is the Cheikhou being back. You know, we've missed him. He's got a bit more pace about him. You know, for me, he's a driving force in our midfield. And he has been playing a lot of games at centre-back, giving us that bit more pace at the back. So it's going to be tough where Bilic fits him back in. Injuries for Southampton, Tregear, Austin, you know, their main strikers missing. Their main centre-half's missing as well. So this could be a key time to play. And obviously they lost their other set. I know Font hadn't really been playing, but he had a big good partnership at the back there. So both their first choice centre-backs, one's left and one's injured. So as I said, this could be a good time. They've also got doubts on Rodriguez and Ward-Prowse. Gabbiadini is looking to make his debut, so he's one to keep an eye on. You know, it should be a good game. Should be a good game. Starting 11-wise, these are the questions that, you know, for me, do we revert back to the 3 at the back or the 5 at the back, whatever way you want to look at it, or do we stick with a 4-4-2? It's been good having Byron back as a natural right back. You know, he did get outclassed a bit against Man City, but still having a right back at right back is always a bonus. For me, I think we should revert back to the 3 at the back. But instead of having 1 up front, we need to go 2 up front. So I will go Darren Randolph in goal. Bring in Cech into the back. So go for Font, Reed and Cech as the 3 centre-halves. Have Snodgrass out on the right. Creswell out on your left. Noble and Obiang as your 2 holding centre midfielders. Manuel Lanzini playing that sort of floating free role behind the strikers, and have Andy Carroll and Mikel Antonio up top. I think, you know, that gives us a bit more strength in the middle. You know, we've got 2 players in Snodgrass and Creswell who can get up and down the wing, and we look more dangerous with 2 up top. Antonio for me up top isn't a favoured thing. I'd rather see him back out on the right or on the left. You know, he looks better coming from deep. You know, the game's playing up top, you know, the game's sort of behind him, and he hasn't got that natural movement of a striker. But I know he can cause problems with his pace and his strength. But I'd like to see him back out wide, and maybe if we go 2 up top, have Carroll and Kaleri. Give Kaleri a chance. If Bilic thinks he's good enough, give him a chance. But that's what I think we should do this one. We'll have to wait and see. Give me your opinion. Do you think we should revert back to the 3 at the back? Do you think Quixote should be brought in place of Obiang or Noble? You know, these are all it's tough choices that Bilic has got. But that's what I'd go for in, you know, if I was Bilic, the 3-5-2, you know, play it like that. Key men in this game for Southampton, I'm going Nathan Redmond and Shane Long. Redmond, very quick, very tricky winger. You know, he's one of them players who I wouldn't mind seeing at West Ham. You know, he never really fulfilled his potential at Norwich. He's pushed on. He's having a decent season at Southampton. You know, he's getting better and better. So he's one to keep an eye on. Shane Long, he's a worker. You know, he hustles and bustles. He causes defenders problems. He don't give them time to settle on the ball. Yeah, his goal scoring record isn't the greatest, but he's one of them strikers that causes problems. So that's going to be an interesting battle at the back there. As I said, give me your opinions on who you think should start, what your starting 11 will be, and obviously your predictions. I do think West Ham can turn it around. I think we can put this horrible run of losses at Southampton to bed. Oh, sorry, not losses, not winning at Southampton to bed. I'm going to go for a 2-1 West Ham win. The big man Andy Carroll to get back on the score sheet. You know, we'll have to wait and see. Don't forget to check out all our other videos, the fan cams, post-match reaction to all of the fallout from Manchester City. Ryan's final transfer roundup is also up. The Free for Prediction show will also be going up sometime today. So, you know, when you're travelling down the game, check all our videos out. Don't forget, if you're travelling down to Southampton, Ryan and the boys will be outside afterwards. So come along for a fan cam, give us your opinions on what you think is going right with the side or going wrong with the side. And one thing left to say, come on you Irons.